Hi, my name's Patricia Teuton, and I'm going to present to you my project from Holistic Health. And as you can see, I created a mosaic gazing ball that I plan to put outside in my garden. And I chose to do this project because I didn't want to do anything that disposable. I wanted something that I could keep and have for years to come, and I wanted something really meaningful. So that's how I came up with the idea of the gazing ball. And on it I have all the different 7 dimensions of health. So I'm going to review those in detail with you guys a little bit so you can see. First of all, I've had this bowling ball, an idea to do gazing ball for probably years, over 5 years. And I just never really had time or felt creative enough to create the project. So I was really happy to have this opportunity to have a project to create, and that I could finally make my gazing ball. So the first dimension is spirituality, and that's, you can see right here. There's a cross to represent, my Christian faith, and a Buddha for meditation. There's a rosary piece, Blessed Mother, and then the sun, because I feel like being outside is really spiritual for me. And of course all the mirrors, which would represent self-reflection. And I use yellow here because the yellow color represents clarity and awareness. And of course blue is well known for spirituality. And then moving on to family, and this was the most complicated dimension, I would think. It's just a lot of details, and seemed like the hardest to work on. So here's a diamond that would represent my marriage to my husband for over 20 years. And then initials of my 2 daughters, Emma and Adair, and a heart for all the love that encompasses. This is actually my wedding china, a piece of my wedding china that broke, and so I created a flower out of that. And then a pink flower, because pink is the universal color of love. And then family of origin, I have a shamrock for my Irish background. And then I got my mom over here. There was a little button I had, and we have had tons of coffee chats, my mom and I, so I put her surrounded by some coffee beans and a big love right here, because my mom represents love. And then down here is like for my brothers, because they make me happy and smile, and this big happy guy makes me laugh. And then I've got a little spot for my sister, and this is china that she had given me, and this is actually an earring that I wore in her wedding. And then I've got an angel up here for my dad, who passed away years ago, and then even a piece of his writing from a letter that he wrote to me. So that's really really special, and I liked how he comes down from the spirituality portion. And then I'll move on to the financial dimension, financial and time management. So I have, of course, the big clock face and gold to represent money and finances. And then my gold dollar didn't shine out very good, but the Statue of Liberty is on there to indicate independence and freedom. So that's financial. And it's really heavy because it's a bowling ball. And then social, this was a fun one to create. It wasn't really very complicated. It just was easy because it's colorful, and there's turquoise in there because turquoise stands for friendship. And then of course live and love, laugh, and some, popping beer cans to indicate just hanging out and having fun with friends. And vocational is right here. And this is a spiral sun, which is represents health, and because I'm a nurse, and there's a healing hand there for the the touch of my vocation as a nurse. And the mirrors, I like to think of the mirrors too as a reflection, reflecting again on myself, that treat other people as I would like to be treated. So I like to remember that in my vocation. And I think this dimension came out really pretty. This is for mental understanding and wisdom, and of course everybody knows the wise owl. And I have prayer hands up here just to kind of coming down from the spiritual realm there, meditation and prayer to help with that dimension of mental understanding and keeping yourself mentally healthy. And also I have the red and blue to represent the right and left brain thinking. And I put a little more on the blue side on the right brain, just to remind myself that I'm happy when I'm creative and using my right brain a little bit more. And then I have an arrow on here somewhere, just to remind myself that life is always moving forward. I keep that in my mind. And then physical health. This is actually, I think, my favorite area that I created, because it was fun. And I don't know if you can tell, but that's a yoga hands. So, and then I have the yin and yang here to represent balance. And I have that in between the mental health and physical health, to remember that mental health and physical health is important, to keep those in balance. And that's the key to well-being. And on the physical realm, I have hiking in the mountains, and I put grow because I love to grow things and flowers and good food to eat, to keep yourself healthy. I put little sandals to be walking in the sand, and here's a little beach scene because I love going to the beach, and I grew up in California, so to give me the sense of my roots there. And here's a little paw print for my dog, and even a license from my first dog 30 years ago. So they fall into that family love area. And I think I covered it all. Right? And here's a Cancer, because I was born in June, so Cancer is my astrological sign, so I put that under kind of that mental wisdom. Yeah, and I think that's the end of my presentation, and that's my gazing ball project. Hope you all enjoyed it, and it was a great class. Thank you.